Hello mates, in my today's video I am going to bring up the topic of parts of speech, which is one of the most important and vital parts for those aspirants who are going to appear in SSC CGL exam in 2025. In my today's video I shall discuss what is parts of speech with some examples, its types and the explanation of noun. So if you want to know, stay connected with me up to the last part. But before gonna start up this video, I want to say if you are new here in my channel, subscribe my channel Laboni YT and press the small bell icon button. And if you like this video, give you a like. So without further ado, let's start that video now. So at first we shall discuss our first objective, what is parts of speech with examples. So before gonna start up this video, I want to repeat, if you are new here, give your like, subscribe my channel and press the bell icon button. So now we shall discuss the definition of parts of speech. Parts of speech, I hope you have heard this word in English. It defines the usage of words in a sentence in accordance with their rules. What does it mean? It means that it is consisted of small parts of a speech which create a meaningful and correct sentence syntactically and grammatically. I know it's quite ambiguous and complex to understand. So we shall delve into this topic with some examples here. So if you look at these two examples, I have gone through this book, and the second one, did you go to the shop? You can see some interesting things. Let's go to explain them one by one. If I take the first example, I have gone through this book. Interestingly, this sentence is being constructed by some individual parts. And these individual parts are consisted of some specific name where they are working accordingly. So if I take I, which works as a pronoun, then we have written have in this sentence, and then we have used gone, which is a main verb, go, went, gone, past participle form of main verb, go. Then true, which works as a preposition, true here. This, which works as a determiner, and book is a noun here. Means here, it is an object in this sentence. So if you see here in this sentence, each word is working in accordance with their rule. Means I, which is working as a pronoun instead of a noun, then have we have used as an auxiliary verb after the subject or this pronoun I. Then gone, which is a main verb, means it's indicating any action because it is one kind of verb, not auxiliary, but it's a main verb. Then true, which is a preposition connecting to different parts of this sentence. This is determining the exact position of the noun, that is book, which works as a noun here. So all these parts are creating a correct and meaningful sentence here, which all come under the branch of parts of speech. So it is the main part of parts of speech where you can see that each part creates a meaningful sentence in accordance with their rule, and hence this is known as parts of speech. If I take the second example here, did you go to the shop? Did you go to the shop? So you can see that this sentence contains some small individual parts, and each part is creating a meaningful sentence, like did, which works as a helping verb or auxiliary verb, then you, which works as a pronoun, then go, which works as a verb, then to, which works as a preposition, the, which works as a definite article, and shop, which works as a noun, and then question mark, because we all know it is a rule of an interrogative sentence to use it. In this way, they are creating a meaningful sentence or speech, and they eventually come under the branch of parts of speech in English. So they are the most prominent examples for it, and if you go through these two examples minutely, you can know that what it is exactly in English. Now let's talk about its types, what they are exactly. So, there are 8 types of parts of speech, and they are as follows: noun, pronoun, verb, adverb, adjective, preposition, conjunction, and interjection. But today in this video, I am going to talk about and cover up completely the portion of noun here under parts of speech. So let's delve into the topic of noun to know all about it thoroughly. So at first, I shall teach you about noun under the parts of speech in English. And my 3 objectives here: first, definition of noun; second one, examples of nouns; and the third one, types of noun. And in this video today, I am going to explain all of them one by one without skipping any part. So first is definition of noun. What it is. Noun comes under the parts of speech where it contains a word to name any object or material. Any object or material. It works as a nomenclature to address the specific thing. Every sentence in English at least consists of one noun. So what it is exactly? Noun we use in a sentence to specify any object. Let me show you with some examples here. First, you can see here some examples. So at first you can see the examples of humans with their name like Rishi, Tom, Adi, Jack, Priya, Vishal, etc. Then animals: dog, tiger, cat, lion, fox, etc. etc. And the last one, that is places: India, London, Japan, USA, Germany and Africa. So I have written here 3 examples of humans, animals and places. Places like India, Africa, Japan, Germany, New Zealand, etc. So those names work as a nomenclature to indicate any specific person or animal or any place. That is why they are known as noun, because they are indicating any specific thing or any specific object here. So now we shall go about our last section, that is types of noun. There are 9 types of noun and they are as follows: proper noun, common noun, singular noun, plural noun, countable noun, uncountable noun, collective noun, concrete noun, and the last one, abstract noun. So here we shall start with the first one, that is proper noun. So let's go to know all about it. Proper noun. So what are proper nouns in English? Proper nouns are those nouns which are used to specify any humans or places. They start with capital letter at the beginning of the word. So what we understand through this definition? We understand that proper nouns specify the existence of that object. And when we write any proper noun, we start it with capital letter at the beginning of the word. For example, I can say here like Tom, Adi, Pooja, Priya, London, India, tiger, elephant, etc. because they specify the existence of their object. Next is common noun. What it is exactly? Common noun. Let's check it out. What it is. So common noun mainly refers to generalization instead of specificity, like places, animals, females and males. In our prior discussion about proper noun, we have come to know that proper noun do specification. Proper nouns specify the existence of the object through their proper name, but in common noun, they don't do any specificity. Rather, they do generalization by making their common name, like place, but it's not specific which place. The animal, but it's not specific which animal, tiger or lion. Male, but it's not specific which male, because we don't know the proper name of this person. That's why we call it common noun. So next one is singular noun. So what is singular noun? You have to understand it at first. Singular nouns refer to a single object instead of several objects. Let me show you some examples here. Man, woman, picture, city, car, house, animal, bike, tree, etc. So if you see them more precisely, you can see that they are indicating a specific and single object instead of making multiple objects here. Like man, it's indicating to a specific and single man, not any several men here. So they are singular noun. So next one is plural noun. So what is plural noun exactly? Well, plural nouns are those nouns which describe more than one person, animal, or sometimes any vehicle. Unlike singular nouns, plural nouns show you multiple objects. In our previous discussion, we have seen that singular nouns give you an example of a specific and single object, but plural nouns give you an example of multiple objects. But you can transform a singular noun into plural noun by adding s or es at the end of that specific word. And when you will add it, you can change the word from singular to plural noun. For example, you can see here males, females, animal, birds, mangoes, trees, etc. Well, are the specific examples of plural nouns. In singular nouns, there were only male, female, animal, birds. But in plural nouns, we have added s at the end of that words. Like males, we have added s at the end of that word, so now it has become plural noun males. For mangoes, we have added es at the end of that word mango, so now it has become mangoes. From the singular noun mango into plural noun mangoes. Well, after discussing the part of plural nouns, now we are gonna delve into the portion of countable noun. So what it is exactly? A countable noun refers to those nouns whose quantity can be counted properly. They come with a singular form as well as plural form. So whenever we ask the quantity of an object, how we shall ask it? How many? It means that many is used with a countable noun. And in a countable noun, you can count any object like 1, 2, 3. Now let me show you some examples which will clear all your doubts regarding countable noun. First example, that is singular form of countable nouns. Book, car, tree, house, bottle. We can count all of them one by one. And if we delve into the part of plural form of countable noun like 2 days, vehicles, months, chapters, they are also countable by us. Hence, we call it countable noun because we can count them one by one. How many? 2, 3, 4, something like that. That's why it's known as countable noun. So, this was about countable noun. Next, we are going to discuss what is exactly uncountable noun. So, does it have any similarity between countable and uncountable noun? Let's check it out. In our prior discussion, we talked about the process of counting in countable noun, like how many cars, how many books. But unlike countable nouns, uncountable nouns can't be counted individually. So we can't divide them like countable nouns. And they are also known as mass noun. In countable noun, we used many, how many. But in uncountable noun, we shall use how much. Much is used here. Now let's check it out some examples to clear your doubts. So here you can see some examples for discussing uncountable noun, including milk, rice, water, coffee, smoke, air. Now let me know one thing. Can we separate them from one another? Can we separate milk? Can we separate rice? Can we separate smoke, news, air? Anything else from here? No, we cannot separate them from one another. So we can't divide them individually, so we can't count them separately. That is why we call it uncountable noun, because they are mass noun and we can't separate them from one another. Next is collective noun. What is it exactly? Collective noun. And how to understand it with some examples. But before gonna start out this video and discussion of mine, I want to say, if you like this video, hit the like button, subscribe my YouTube channel and press the bell icon, and share this video with others, and leave your valuable comment to let me know what is in your mind. So let me come back to my main discussion. What is it? Collective nouns. So what it is exactly? Let's check it out. So if you see here, a collective noun is a noun which refers to a group or collection of people, things or animals. It means that they don't represent anything else individually. For example, if I say here a swarm of bees, it means that it's talking about an assemblage of bees, a group of bees, not any individual bee. If I see here another example, a cluster of scholars, which indicates the same meaning as a collective noun. So the next point is here to discuss concrete noun. So what is it exactly? Concrete noun. So if you want to know all of them, stay connected with us. A concrete noun indicates those nouns which can be perceived by our five senses, including smell, sight, touch, hearing and taste. It means that if we want to see or if we want to touch any concrete noun, we have to use our five senses. Those things which can be touched, they will be concrete noun. Those things which will be sighted by us, they will be concrete noun. If we can't touch or smell or taste them, they are not concrete noun. For examples, book, pen, rose, lemon, ice cream, all of them are concrete noun because we can touch, we can take smell of them. For example, if I say ice cream, we can taste it. It means how it is. So this is concrete noun. So now we have reached to our last topic, and this is abstract noun. So we shall know all about it thoroughly. If you want to know, stay connected with me here. So an abstract noun is a noun which denotes an intangible object. Means we cannot touch, smell or see, instead of a materialistic object. So an abstract noun talks about those things that are not sensed by us physically with five senses, unlike those concrete nouns. So if I say some examples here in order to describe them deeply, then you can see here some examples. So if I take here the first example, and this is love. Can we see? Can we touch? Can we smell? No, we can't do this thing. Rather, we can feel it inside. That is why love is an abstract noun. If I bring another example, courage. Can we touch? Can we smell? Can we taste? No. But we can feel it in our body, courage, strength. That's why we call them abstract noun, because we can't touch, smell or taste them like concrete noun. So that is that, and here I have tried to describe all of them succinctly. Still, if you feel that you have some confusion, well, you can let me know by leaving your comment in the comment box below. Stay connected, subscribe more and do share. Tata, see you again. Bye.